You probably wouldn't believe that this unremarkable brass tube in front of you was once a weapon of war, which has now transformed into a musical instrument worth 5 figures, even topping the global charts at one point. And when it comes to trumpets, the first name that might come to mind is Yamaha. This half-hearted company is capable of doing everything from flying in the sky to swimming in the water. Even those who ride on the road, as long as they are born, must sit on it. Today, let's take a look at a niche musical instrument. Why is it so popular in the world? The guy first inserts the copper tube into the expanded hole and then punches it to make the bell mouth extend continuously. It is said that this step needs to be beaten tens of thousands of times before it becomes what it is now. Especially the bright color of the bell mouth has long made people forget the original picture. But hammering alone is obviously not enough. So the next step of fine processing is required. It is very different from fine carving. Here, only a solid iron rod can be polished to a mirror finish. As for how it feels, let the readers judge. In a blink of an eye, the speaker is formed, and then the trumpet piston cylinder is made. The piston cylinder is the core of the trumpet sound production. The key tube body is equipped with a total of 3 pistons. Each time one is pressed, air will pass through the pipe, thus producing high and low sounds. Then fill the gap with flux evenly, and apply it around the outside to avoid wasting the air. Wait for the wax layer to be smeared and formed, then start heating. Heating can melt the wax layer and weld the gap. This is also the only electric heating in this round. Then install 3 branch pipes to the piston. The branch pipe is used to connect the piston cap, so its material is not brass. Otherwise, the copper pipe will be deformed after a few uses. Next, you'll see all the components used in the trumpet. It may look complex, but it's actually not simple at all, especially the assembly process. Can you believe that it's all done by hand, piece by piece? Plus, the wall thickness of the tubing is about the same as an eggshell, so even a little extra heating can burn a hole in it. Then insert the speaker into one end of the branch pipe and slowly adjust it to the preset position, and then use welding wire to reinforce the connection point. It only takes 2 or 3 seconds to fix it firmly. Let's take a look at the details of the trumpet. The picture has been formed, but there is a clear color difference at the welding point. This means we have to go to the front and start polishing. From the outside, the workshop is highly protected. All workers operate in a glass room. After a long period of processing, they will spray paint. Before starting, each inner hole must be protected, so as to reduce the effect of uneven color. I have to say that this step is really done well. The coloring is completed in a blink of an eye, and visual inspection begins. Even the slightest color difference is not allowed. Now we start the assembly inspection. What we need to do here is to observe whether the pipe wall is pulled in and out normally. If there's any sticking or it's too tight, we use a grinder to polish the inner hole. This can be said to be the most important step, because the pistons are like the heart of the trumpet. Only through this repetitive process can the inner walls be made smoother. Next, we move on to the assembly process. First, we need to place each piston cap into the piston, followed by the top key, also known as the button. The top key is only installed after all the piston caps are in place, which is the item shown in the video. We then slightly rotate it to check if it operates correctly. At this point, the water key and tuning slide are also put in place, and the little finger hook needs to be installed and tightened. Finally, the most important part, the mouthpiece, is installed. The mouthpiece is designed for easy disassembly and assembly, making it convenient to replace. Now, let's enjoy the master craftsman's playing. What do you all think about this trumpet?